Hello, everybody. It is a Wednesday, which means it's time for another episode of Wednesdays with Winnie. Hi, Winnie. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Winnie. With little Miss Winnie here, Wingdings from the Kitten Academy font class 2017. And Gary, Mr. Garamond. The color is getting all weird here with this lighting. I like to call sometimes Sir Garamond font from the Kitten Academy font class of 2017. Hi, Gary boy. He's like, Papa, I'm interested in something besides you. Wow, the color looks really weird over here. He's looking very orange, pink. I don't know. It's very weird lighting. Strange. He is very much a gray tabby. Wow, the light looks really strange. I don't know what's up. Maybe it's my phone or the lights we've got on. Anyway, sorry, distracted by that. So it's an exciting day for us today because little Miss Wingdings here had quite an adventure. Um, and actually, yeah, I didn't give an update. So last week, if you're following along, as you know, Winnie goes in for periodic um, vet visits, usually every 6 months or so, just to make sure. Every 3 months, actually, lately, just to make sure her kidneys are okay, because she is in the stage 1 of kidney disease. So, which is very manageable at stage 1. So it's nothing too scary at all at this point. She's living her best life and not feeling any pain or worries. And she had to have a dental visit today. One of the things that the vet noticed in the last visit, she
has caudal mucositis.
well, how do you pronounce it?
Caudal mucositis.
Hi, Winnie. So the vet found that she has something called caudal mucositis in the back of her throat, which is a minor inflammation, which, if not watched and taken care of, can lead to issues and stomatitis. And it's easily treated. Typically, that's caused by just plaque in the mouth, which, just like people, cats need their dental work taken care of. So we have taken them for their dental visits always once a year, but then we've switched to kind of every 6 months to make sure that they're okay. So this was their 6 month visit for Winnie. Oh no, she had her 6 months visit, so she had another visit to take care of that. And the vet said she did really well. She didn't. Her teeth looked pretty good, and so yeah, things were good. But the funny thing was, well, I shouldn't say funny, but wait, sorry, let me take a step back. One of the things that we learned last week in our call with the vet was that she needed to switch to different food. So the food as many of you know, she's pretty much just resigned herself to eating dry food. Winnie just doesn't eat anything except Blue Buffalo dry food. That's all she ever eats. She won't eat any wet food, no matter how much we give her and different types. And we've tried everything. And even the vet has, given us ideas and everything. And she just only eats dry food. And that's part of the reason why we think might be leading to some of her kidney issues, because she doesn't get enough moisture, enough water. So that's been kind of part of the problem a little bit. And one way that we could try to make sure she's healthy is switch her to a prescription food that's hypoallergenic, and it's actually a high protein rabbit food.
Single protein.
And it's called a single protein type food. Gary, what are you doing? And so we got prescribed for Winnie this single protein rabbit food. It's not food for rabbits. It's actually food where the protein is rabbit. And we have to keep her on that strictly and try to get her onto that food. So when we found that out on Friday last week after chatting with the vet, we were so worried. We're like, this is never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. And it's just like we've tried everything. And so I mean, we've done so much. I've given her all kinds of different foods. I mean, Winnie, what have I offered you? I've offered you fish tacos. See, you want a fish taco? Oh, maybe you do like fish tacos. I don't know. Fish tacos, maybe some sushi. What do you think? Some sushi? You don't want sushi? The tamago? No? What about some salmon? No salmon sushi? She doesn't want that sushi either. What about this? Some tuna? She's like, "No, Papa." No, and she does have big eyes right now. Also, not just because she always has big eyes, but she had her dental work today, so they had to actually put her under.
She's still coming off of it.
And so she's still coming off the anesthesia. What about a lobster? You want a lobster? No? Winnie, I try to give you so many different kinds of foods. So many different kinds of foods.
I don't know.
You don't like the foods? Nothing, Winnie? Nothing? What else? What other kinds of foods can we give you? Do you want this kind of rabbit? The vet said you need rabbit. What about this one? Winnie, Gary's inspecting now. Gary's like, what is that? I want it. I want it. Are you going to eat it, Gary? No? What about this? Here's another kind of rabbit. So these are some of their old food toys that we had. Well, this is a rabbit. And then, okay, Winnie probably won't eat this, Gary, but here's your favorite buddy. He used to play with these a lot. Here's a skillet of pancakes for you, buddy. Some catnip cat toy pancakes. You don't want a skillet of pancakes, buddy? No? You probably just want this piece of paper. Oh, Winnie saw the piece of paper. Look at those eyes. So yeah, I'm just being silly with this food here. But anyway, sorry. So the yeah, that's right. It's a griddle, not a skillet. Thank you, Lisa. But the thing is, the great news is Winnie, and I'm hoping it's just not because she's coming off the anesthesia today, but when she got home, we put her food side by side with the new rabbit food, and she just went right for the rabbit food. This is the first time in years where we've seen her eat anything besides her Blue Buffalo dry food. And she also took her medication that the vet prescribed her with a pill pocket. So she's never wanted to eat anything else. She's never wanted to eat medication or a pill pocket. So I'm still a little skeptical that this is just a lucky thing because she might still be a little dopey on her medication from her vet visit today. And she just didn't know any better. And she's just like jonesing for some food. Just had a little bit of the munchies. I don't know.
But I tried giving her wet food and she did the same thing she always does.
Yeah.
She like dry heaved and walked away.
That's true. Jenny D just said she did also try to give her wet food, and she did the same thing she always does. She just tries to bury it, acts like she's dry heaving, doesn't like it at all. We think just strong smells in terms of food get to her, and she just doesn't like it. So she just didn't. She did the same thing. She didn't go for the wet food. So it's not that she was just chomping down on anything. So we were thrilled that she loved literally loved the rabbit food. We were so excited. I actually recorded a little video of her eating because she was chowing down on that food. So, yeah, hopefully it's yeah, and maybe it is she just likes it because she didn't go for her Blue Buffalo food that she always eats.
And multiple times I tried offering
And we tried to offer it to her multiple times. So yeah, hopefully this is something that'll be great for her and will help her health. I hope, Winnie, you're too cute to be so finicky. Look at you. Look at you. Those big eyes. So that's some wonderful news we have. And also, I'm not sure if we mentioned previously, but the radiologist said that her ultrasound and x-rays are fine. They didn't find anything that they need to be worried about. So that's great news as well. So yeah, we just have to keep an eye on her and keep her on this diet, and hopefully that helps her out. And I'm backing up here because I'm trying to get over to the bookcase. What you saw on the thumbnail of this video is this. This silliness. This is incredible. What this is, I forgot what's the word, Jen? Felted wool. A friend of ours, Lynn, a wonderful, wonderful person who potentially if you're in the Kitten Academy Discord, you may know her as Moose Little. Lynn from New York City. She is amazing. Look at this Winnie and Gary hand felted with a Jimmy D and Jenny D wearing our silly cat sweaters from Christmas. I'm gonna set this here aside profile real quick. Of you get a close up there of Gary's feet while I unlock my computer here real quick. I thought I had it unlocked. Sorry. So yeah, what she did is so amazing, and she surprised us with this at the beginning of the year. So Jenny D and I, we took these silly Christmas photos, and this was the photo we took. And this is I'm taking video here of a computer screen, so it's not looking great. But we're standing here in front of this bookcase that's behind me with Winnie and Gary, and we're wearing our goofy, silly cat sweaters, which you can't even see because we have our own cats there. And she basically took cutouts from this photo, and she hand felted Winnie and Gary, and it is just so amazing, so adorable. I mean, just incredible what she did, and we love it so much, Lynn. It is just so gorgeous. The artistry is just amazing. It is so great. And we had the wonderful pleasure of having lunch with her in 2018 at KACon. Or was it 2019? 2019 at KACon. We had lunch together in Connecticut and shared some stories about old neighborhoods in Chicago that we each have lived in, and New York City, and just cats, and it's a wonderful Kitten Academy community. Look at my Gary boy there. Isn't that amazing? She's just too much. So thank you so much, Lynn. We love it so much. So yeah, and said she just sent us a note here. It just said Jimmy and Jenny, something fun, not a Secret Santa, just for you to hopefully make you laugh a little. Love, Lynn, Moose Little. Winnie, whoa, Winnie, you knocked me over. You knocked me and your brother over. What do you think, Winnie? And I apologize for this lighting. Is so weird. This lighting is so weird today in here. Not sure why. Look at you, Winnie. So yeah, Winnie's been having an interesting day. I felt so bad because she had to fast last night. She's watching me set this up over here so it doesn't fall. So yeah, she had to fast. She didn't realize it until this morning when she didn't get any food. And then we had to take her to the vet very early at like 7:30 in the morning. Winnie, are you still a little dopey? Do you want to play? And you can still see she's got her shaved belly from her ultrasound. Don't you eat that. That is not a real plant anyways. It is just plastic or vinyl or something. So yeah, it's been an interesting day for her, and she's been very, very purry and cuddly since she got home. She hasn't been stumbling or anything like that. There was one time when she came back from the vet, before she really was off of the anesthesia. One of the times she was at the vet, and she was really stumbling around here like a little drunk Winnie, but not this time. She's just kind of I don't know, just very attentive to things. And very cuddly. Very interested in things. Yeah, easily distracted. I'm not sure if we mentioned this last week. One thing that Gary's been doing that's been kind of fun. He loves his tunnel, as most of you know, and Gary's behind the curtain right now. Pay no attention to the Gary behind the curtain. I see your tail, buddy. He's watching the neighborhood. I see your tail. And he's been doing this on his own. I only set it up one time, but probably maybe 5 or 6 times in the past week or two. We'll have this tunnel just sitting here, kind of next to the console over there, just to keep it out of the way. He'll come running through the house. He'll jump up, knock it over, and then drag it over so it's like this in his bed. And then he'll literally spend like half the day sitting in his tunnel on his bed, just hanging out. And it's the funniest thing. And he'll sometimes poke his head out and just sit there and play. But it's been an interesting change. Gary, what are you doing, buddy? Hi. You keeping the house safe? Oh, are you watching the jack-o'-lantern guy outside? Got a inflatable jack-o'-lantern there outside the door. He's watching. Okay, Gary, you can continue to play. And then he's also been snuggling with his scarf there. Yeah, these two are pretty chill right now. Winnie, I haven't tried to entice her to play since she's got home today. Winnie, want a noodle stick? Or are you just still chill mode, huh? Still in the chilled out mode, huh?
Well, the other thing was we moved her stellar fountain.
Oh yeah, we also moved her fountain.
Will not touch Gary's fountain.
We moved her cadet flower fountain from upstairs over to there, so she's got hers there. Gary's got his here, and she seems to like it over there. And it was kind of funny because after she got back from the vet and was a little bit stumbly and a little bit kind of zoned out, she was drinking in the fountain and then she literally stepped over it and just got water all over her belly. Right, Winnie? You were silly.
Rather than just turning around and going into the other side, she just walked over.
Yeah, rather than turning around, she just walked over it. Oh, I forgot to show you also. Winnie, want to show us your pearly whites? Probably not. I'm not going to touch your mouth since you had dental work today, and it was really just a cleaning and just a checkup. So, trigger warning if you don't like looking at animal teeth. This was the pictures from the vet's office today. This was Winnie's teeth before her cleaning started. And keep in mind, she was under anesthesia here, so she wasn't like struggling or anything. She was having dreaming there, so that's her before, and that's her after. So you can see how much difference there was in terms of the cleaning and removing of some of the light plaque that was there. But again, she doesn't have as much as Gary does every 6 months. Gary really seems to get a lot of plaque. And we try our best to use the pet toothbrush and the pet toothpaste that you can get that are safe for cats. But sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle. As you know, cats are very much cats, and yeah, they're going to do what they want, and usually what they want is not for people to try to brush their teeth. Right, Winnie? What's that? Uh-oh. I see Gary. He heard the paper ball. He heard the paper ball. Gary's like, oh, I'm going to scratch my face here. What do you think, Winnie? What do you think? She's head tilting it. Oh, she hears Gary. Oh, Gary's going to shove himself into Winnie's little box there. And Winnie is going for the... Oh, nope. So much happening all at once now. What do you think, Winnie? You want this? You want this? Gary's like, nope, I didn't fit, so I'm not going to sit. Right, Gary? Okay, okay, Winnie. Gonna jump on my leg there. But Gary has been a very good boy since Winnie came home. He has not been chasing her around. He really was checking her out and sniffing her and probably thinking, oh, she smells weird. Like the vet's office. Oh, Gary's head tilting now. Gary's like, I'll play. I'll play. Winnie might be spacey right now, but I'll have fun.
She usually is and like back to normal.
Oh, big yawn. What's that, Jen?
She's usually back to normal by the morning after.
Yeah. With Winnie, she's usually back to normal after coming off anesthesia the morning after. Gary, and we think it's just because of maybe their size and how active Gary is usually, despite his size, that he's usually off of the anesthesia effects the same day, usually by the evening. But Winnie, it
Only 3 or 4 hours.
yeah, usually it just impacts Gary 3 or 4 hours whenever he's had to be put under. But Winnie, yeah, it's an overnight thing for her usually, and she's fine. She's just a little zoned out, right, Winnie? Okay, Gary. I think this is probably what you want. Oh, you're looking. Here we go. He's like, where to go? Gary, where to go? Here you go, buddy. It's right there. He doesn't know what to do. He does not know what to do. Oh, now he's going for it. Gary, you don't know what to do. He's like, I don't know. Should I sleep? Should I play? What'd you give me this for, Papa? Okay, buddy, here we go. You want to chase it? Ready?
Excellent work, Gary.
Magnificent, Gary. Or do you want this? Your trusty cat lady box pendant, which I know you love. Pennant. Yeah, pennant. You're right. Jenny's laughing at me. Pennant, not pendant. Uh-oh. I see Winnie's interest is peaked over there. But Gary got to it first. Oh. Winnie's like, I know I was doped up earlier, but I love this. I love this toy. Oh, Winnie, that was your first little hop since coming back from the vet.
She's like, yeah, I'm done.
She's like, yep, that's it.
Gary was playing fetch with this toy earlier today.
With this one I've got now?
I threw it across the living room and he'd grab the flag and drag the whole thing back to me.
Oh, wow. I don't know if you could hear Jenny D. She was saying that I'm just swinging this back and forth and he's watching it. But Jenny was saying that she was playing fetch with Gary with this toy earlier today. She'd throw it across the room, the whole thing, stick and all. Gary would run after it, grab the flag, and then run back with it, dragging the stick behind him. They just truly love this thing. They're just captivated by it. Right, buddy? Whoa. I didn't catch you jumping there. Didn't catch you jumping there. Let's see. Oh, Gary. You're pretty chilled out today in this episode, but Winnie, that's understandable. Gary, though, he was so excited when I was bringing up these food toys from the basement, and now he's not interested in them. Not interested in them at all. Winnie, over there, she's by the door. Now, I don't want to get her too wound up, but I'm kind of curious how she'll react to the laser. One of their favorite toys. It catches their attention, even just I'm just kind of tapping this near the phone here. You can hear the button rattle there. They get really attentive just at that sound. They know it so well. Oh, what is that, Gary? There he goes. And you put the laser by his side, by his rear, and that usually gets his attention, and he starts dancing all over. Winnie, what about you? Yeah, Jenny D just said that Gary's a regular Fred Astaire. A chonky Fred Astaire, Jenny says. Gary, did you hear that? Did you hear that, buddy? Okay, the laser's coming towards you, Winnie. What do you think?
She was playing with the laser earlier.
Oh, I didn't know that. Jenny D says she was playing with a laser with Winnie earlier.
Yeah, I played with her a little bit when we went to dinner.
Oh, so she's looking at it. Uh-oh, Gary. I'm going to bring it back to you, Gary. I don't want you running into Winnie. So silly. So silly, Gary. It's right by you. Right behind you. Get it. It's right behind you. It's right there, buddy. It's right there. Yeah, I don't think Winnie's going to go for it. She's just hanging out over there. Okay, Gary. Good boy. You've earned your griddle of pancakes. There you go, buddy. Oh, it always cracks me up when he used to play with the pancakes. He would bite them and walk with them. And then when we first got him, he would just crunch them and they'd make noise. And for the longest time when we first got him too, after he was tired playing, I set it on his head and he was walking around with a pancake on his head, which I found very amusing. Here you go, buddy. There you go. Ugh. Pancake boy. He's like, I've had enough. I've had enough of this exploitation of my love for breakfast treats. He's like, I'm going to keep Mama's shoes safe. Here you go, Winnie.
Hey, those are important cheese and vegetables.
Yeah, I don't think Winnie's too into playing, so I'm not going to stress her out too much. How you doing, Winnie? How you doing, sweetie? How are you? How are you? Look at those eyes. Winnie, look here. Oh. She's like, I'm going to go play now. Maybe go eat.
Yeah, she's gonna look and see if magically food appeared in her bowl.
Yeah, I wonder if she's looking for her new rabbit food.
Ate all of her food.
She ate all of her food in one sitting, which is a rare thing. And again, though, she did have to fast last night. And yeah, Jenny just put it so eloquently that, yeah, she's also slightly baked off her anesthesia. So, yeah, we don't know if this is going to be the new normal for her. Not the baked status, but the but having the food appetite like she did for this new food. Hopefully that's the case, though. Hopefully she really loves this food. Winnie. Whoa, there you go. There you go. You just launched that little piece of paper and she went jumping up there. Here, Winnie, you haven't been up here in the sink much. You like hanging out in the sink. You haven't hung out in the sink today. Hanging out with your Nomi friend. Here you go. That sink is, yeah. I was going to toss this in there. The sink's a little wet. So I'm not going to throw that in there. Winnie. You going to go for it? You going to make the big jump? She's like, nah. No thanks. I'm going to drink out of Gary's water bowl here. Oh, maybe.
She won't drink out of his fountain. It's now become his fountain and her fountain. I don't know why, but they've like claimed him.
What do you think, Winnie? You gonna make the jump? There's a chair right here. Oh, and here comes Gary. You looking for this? Looking for this? Gary's like, I've got food. I'm not going to pay attention to the pink ball. So that's the situation we're in right now. We're just kind of minding Winnie, just staying with her, making sure she's safe, and just dealing with feeling normal again after her exciting adventure today. Getting her teefies checked out, make sure that she's okay. And yeah, she's doing well. Despite her conditions, she is status quo and doing well, which is great for us and great for her. Because it's one of those things, the whole thing with her kidney situation, it's nothing that will ever get better. Because it is just very early stage one of kidney disease. But again, that's something that she can live with for a very long time, as long as we keep it at that low stage by keeping her healthy. So yeah, Winnie, you'll be back to normal soon enough here once you come off your meds. So thanks again, everybody, for joining in and catching up with Winnie and Gary here. If you're new to the channel, they are a brother and sister, despite the gargantuan size that this boy is compared to Winnie, little Miss Wingdings and Big Gary. But they are from the same class, same litter, from Kitten Academy, which is a mom cat and kitten foster based out of Connecticut. Used to be based out of Illinois. That's where we are, and that's where we adopted them from. Winnie was the smallest of the litter of 4 kittens, and Gary was the big chunk, or biggest out of the 4. And they also had another sibling that was adopted in with that family. Well, I shouldn't say adopted, but was raised with that family, Charlie. So there were 5 kittens really altogether with the mom cat of Ariel. Ariel like the font. And so we got Miss Wingdings and Mr. Garamond, the font. So yeah, check out Kitten Academy. And we hope you support them and watch their videos and check out Club Smoosh and Brew Cats and all the wonderful fosters out there. Thank you so much to the moderators for keeping the chat fun. And we will see you again next week for another episode of Wednesdays Winnie and Gary. I think Winnie is finding her stride here, getting her confidence, feeling a little more normal. So have a great one, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Fade to Winnie! Winnie!